Hey guys, welcome back to another anime review, and today I'm going to be reviewing, finally, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. Now, this anime that I've been wanting to review has been really sitting in the dark, and a lot of you guys, or at least some of you guys, are expecting this review, were expecting this review for the longest, and I've been putting it aside for a couple of reasons. One, because of the copy strike issues that I keep hearing about regarding anime stuff, and two, it's a little scary when you're running a YouTube channel. You don't. The last thing you want is a copyright strike, or you don't want to violate terms of services. So I put it aside. But I figured if I keep this anime review to like a minimum, meaning like I don't show many visuals or I don't show any clips, I should be fine. And I'm just gonna be talking about my overall impression of this anime and my thoughts and things that I liked and things that I didn't like, and pretty much give you my thoughts on this anime. And I am gonna show some visuals in this review, but they're only gonna be images and they're only gonna be up for like 5 seconds each or so. So without further ado, let's get on with the review. So, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, is set exactly 12 years after the events of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders. So, we're introduced to a town by the name of Morio in Japan, and the first person you see is Jotaro, looking around for a specific person. To be exact, he's looking for a Josuke Higashikate, which, believe it or not, is a relative of the Jojo bloodline. Now, I cannot say exactly, just to avoid spoilers, by the way, I can't say exactly who he's related to, because if I told you, I'd be spoiling it for you. But just to give you an idea, you find out exactly who he's related to right on the first episode. And it was like, oh my god, I can't believe this person. I just can't believe it. This guy is this guy's son. I was like, what? But it's ridiculous. From here on in, the bloodline of the Joestar family is really crazy, from Josuke all the way to let's say Giorno Giovanna and Jolene, which are the next JoJos in the series. But more on that later. I'll talk about that once I get a chance to actually review those. But it's ridiculous. It just makes me go like, Jesus Christ, this bloodline is just going to scatter from here on in everywhere. And it's going to come from different places, various people and whatnot. So right off the top, just to give you a simple premise of this anime, and just to give you a little bit plot, I'm not going to spoil much, but I will review a few things so you guys have an idea of what this anime is about. And I'm going to read this plot from online real quick. This is set exactly in 1999, exactly 12 years from 1987 Stardust Crusader. Jotaro Kucho tracks down Josuke Higashikata. So he is related to help him find a magical bow and arrow which grants people stand powers. Now, this bow and arrow may seem familiar to you, but this bow and arrow was briefly, touched upon in the Stardust Crusaders. Along with the way, Josuke and his friends discover that a stand user serial killer is on the loose in their hometown of Morio, and they set out to stop him. So it's Josuke and friends, along with Jotaro, tagging along to help stop this serial killer who's killing people. And Jotaro is not exactly a very prominent character in this part. He doesn't play the biggest role, but nonetheless, he is in a few episodes throughout this entire series, because the main character is really Josuke. And compared to the other JoJos, Josuke Higashikata is really more of like a friendly, nicer, benevolent JoJo, versus the other ones where they were over the top heroes, they were punks, they were over the top comedic. Just compared to let's say the first one, Jonathan Joestar, he was really more of an over the top kind of hero and the over the top righteous, versus Joseph Joestar. He was more they implemented a lot of comedy with his character. He was very comedic. He wasn't serious as much. He was, he was kind of a scheming weasel in a way. And then we meet Jotaro, where he was this punk kid. And to this day, you cannot tell me that this guy looks like a child. He looks like a full-grown man. Okay? And this allows me to segue into the art design and the color palette that they decided to choose with this version of JoJo. If you notice that the art color and the art palette in this JoJo, they seem to have chosen a lot of cool colors, and it's very vibrant and sharp. And as far as the character designs, they decided to go with a leaner, sleeker look with each character, which kind of gives this feminine quality to them. I mean, JoJo's really all about them poses, and even them stands. Those stands are not helping as far as poses goes along the line. It kind of gives it like this prissy, feminine appearance to these characters, but that's just kind of like the whole point. It's really meant to look really elegant and over the top and exaggerated. And at first, it kind of turned me off where like they were gonna go with a different design and a different look. But as you watch the show, it really grows on you quite quickly. At least it grew on quickly right on me. Like it grew really quickly on me. But when I saw Jotaro's new design, when I saw imagery of like the design of the characters, I was wondering who this guy was. And I'm like, who is this guy? He looks nothing like Jotaro Kujo from Stardust Crusaders, where like in the Stardust Crusaders and previous JoJo designs, they went with like the masculine muscle built look where everybody looked gigantic, whereas the JoJo's Diamond is Unbreakable design kind of went with a more of a realistic look where characters look leaner and thinner. This is Japan after all. People in Japan are really known to look very like sleek, slim and slender, really. And it's like the new design and new art form that's taken on, and it's going to be doing so moving forward. And it's really reminiscent towards like the manga where the characters are actually drawn like this. And I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it until I saw it in motion. I was like, you know what? I can get used to it. And I did. I got used to it rather quickly in about a couple of episodes. The color palette, it's bright, it's vibrant, it's really cool. A lot of cool colors are used. The skies are not exactly blue. They're like yellow. And it's like a real mind trip, really. But I got used to it really quickly, rather, and it's awesome. I really enjoyed the design and the art form after all. But anyways, back to the main character of Josuke Higashikata. He's a really benevolent character. His stand power has the ability to actually heal people, so he's essentially a healer. And I thought he was pretty over the top powerful, but I guess I was wrong because you meet quite a few characters along the way. Specifically, the next JoJo, who's OP, by the way. But more on that later once I review, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. But this one is kind of like, this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is rather small compared to like the other adventures. What I mean by small is that it's only 39 episodes, first off. So it's like probably it's the second longest JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's number one. Number two, when I say it's small, the events that transpire only take place in this small town of Morio in Japan. And that's it. They don't go outside of this town, nothing. There's just a serial killer on the loose. It's a simple plot, really. Serial killers on the loose. Josuke and friends, including Jotaro, has to do everything they can in their power to stop them. And along the ways, they meet other people and other characters. They form new alliances. They make new friends, new relationships and bonds. And these characters come together ultimately in the end to stop this said serial killer. And that's pretty much the premise of the whole series. It's a simple plot. It's practically like the most simplest plot, and probably maybe almost my least favorite JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad series at all. Josuke Higashita is, again, a friendly, kind JoJo. He's funny at times, he's serious at times, but he's essentially a healer, and he's really a pretty powerful stand user, in the end of the day. He's a very, very powerful stand user. And overall, I've enjoyed the series. I've enjoyed the villain of the series, despite it being a very simple plot. The villain of the series is quite powerful. I think he's really, really OP, and he's got a very powerful stand who essentially can blow up things just by clicking like this. And a lot of the stands moving forward from the series are named after really popular songs. So I think due to copyright issues, they can't exactly translate the name of the songs on the subtitles. So you hear him say something like something different in vocally, but in the subtitles it's translated to something else. So I guess it's more of like a copyright issues. So that's aside from that, that's besides the point. The series is overall entertaining, very enjoyable. I think, to me, honestly, it's like the second best JoJo series. So, in my opinion, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders comes first as far as the best series from this point on in, from watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Then comes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable. Then Battle Tendencies, and then lastly Phantom Blood, which was the very first JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And then, of course, that's like my rating from that point on in. Of course, with part 5, the rating kind of changes a little bit. So to give you my top 4 ratings, or I guess in the order, that you watch the series, if I had to give it a rating as far as from best to worst series, that's the rating that I would like, that I would give you. So anyways, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable is entertaining. It is enjoyable. A lot of funny moments, a lot of serious moments, a lot of, quite a few sad moments. In the end, it's a great looking show. It's a fun time. I think you will love it. I think you will love the character of Jotaro. He's quite matured since his Stardust Crusaders days, where he was like really more of a punk kid, very disrespectful towards a lot of adults, including women, to now he's really, kind of simmered down. He's more calm. He's very mature. He has a degree and he's studied marine biology, I believe, and some other things. And he's very intelligent and overall still remains pretty powerful since Stardust Crusaders. At this point, he's already had 12 years of experience of using stands. So, yeah, it's a really good series, guys. I highly recommend it. Definitely go check it out. I think you will love it. But please watch the previous JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, starting with, of course, Phantom Blood, which is only 9 episodes, and then Battle Tendencies, which is about 17 episodes, and then, of course, Stardust Crusaders, which is about 46 episodes. So, guys, that was my review for Diamond is Unbreakable. I'm going to give Diamond is Unbreakable a B-, and I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Please stay tuned for more anime reviews coming soon. Next, I'm going to be reviewing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, and that is going to be a treat. I cannot wait to review that anime. It's awesome. And honestly, undoubtedly, and arguably, Giorno Giovanna, which is the JoJo of that series, is the most OP JoJo ever. He's really powerful. And I can't wait to talk about it. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next video.